Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Xavier Rangel. Thanks for joining us. Coconino County has announced that they are constructing a flood mitigation project designed for the Schultz Flood Area. In 2010, the Schultz Fire permanently damaged the southeast ecosystems of the San Francisco Peaks, causing the Schultz Pass area to become more susceptible to floods, which have occurred annually since then. In fact, in 2010, flooding was so severe that the Paintbrush neighborhood was declared a disaster by President Obama. Earlier today, we met with county contractors to see how they will mitigate the threat of future floods. Take a look.
That summer, we had about 18 of those flooding events throughout the area, impacting all of our partner agencies and all of the residents in the community below. Because of the changed ecosystem and the loss of vegetation and the hydrophobic soils, we were going to be looking at these kinds of impacts, increased flows from our monsoon season of about 10 times what they were before the fire for the long term, 10, 15, 20 years. With the sheer amount of debris and rocks and soil and ash that was coming into the neighborhood below, we could never design a conveyance system through the neighborhood that wouldn't immediately clog with sediment and become a maintenance nightmare. So we were able to develop a system where we essentially are advancing the natural recovery of the watersheds within the burn area mechanically. And we were able to develop this system where we could take degraded stream channels and degraded alluvial fans and restore them to somewhat of a pre-fire condition, so that instead of these floodwaters and the sediment rushing down the side of the mountain and into the neighborhoods, we could contain much of that up here on the forest, where we could then construct viable mitigation measures downstream through the community. And so what we were able to do is dig borrow pits like the one that we're standing in here, essentially reinforcing the upstream side with what we call a log sill structure, and using that material to fill in those deep gullies, restore the grade of the alluvial fan. This is strictly mitigation, not full protection. What we've designed these systems for is the 5-year storm post-fire conditions with the loss of vegetation. That mitigates quite a bit of the post-fire flooding impact, but it won't protect against all storm events.